Blitz Uncommon Fossil, and today presenting another future deck. This one is a grass one featuring Iron Leaves as well as the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. So Iron Leaves EX, this is maybe the main attacker in the deck. You have 3 copies of it. It does 180 for grass colorless. It can't attack the next turn, but we do play the Iron Crown EX that gives it plus 20 damage. We can't attack with Iron Crown EX, but it is useful in the deck. And then we have our tool to give it 20 more as well, so we can get up to potentially 260, but you're getting like 220, 240 is kind of the number you're usually getting with this deck, is what you want in the matchup. So 3 copies of that, and it's got the rapid vulnerability, which is important here. When you play it from hand to your bench, you may have it switch in the active spot, and if you do, move any amount of energies from your other Pokemon to it. So we're powering up our other Pokemon, slap it down, move 3 energies to it, and attack away. We do play a copy of Miraidon, the single prizer with peak acceleration, does 40, and of course it gets boosted by the Iron Crown and the tool as well to hopefully knock something out, or at least get something to the number that we can knock it out the following turn. But you also search your deck for up to 2 basic energy, attach them to your future Pokemon any way you like. You basically never do it to the Miraidon. You're doing it to something on the bench. And Iron Leaves, if it happens to be on the bench, it doesn't have energy. Or Iron Crown, which is fine because we have Iron Leaves ability, so it will get moved from the Iron Crown to the Iron Leaves the following turn when we attack. And then we play 4 copies of Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. We can both attack with it and just use it to get energies in play, draw some cards, get those energies in play to then utilize with Iron Leaves. Teal Dance, once during your turn, you can attach a basic grass energy from your hand to this Pokemon, then you draw a card, so really good there. And then the Myriad Leaf Shower attack for 3 grass does 30 plus 30 more for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. Again, good. You can attach extra energy if we need to get to the numbers we need, hopefully. So it's nice having a secondary attacking option. Then we have a copy of Wyrdeer V. This is kind of the closer in the deck. Although most games I find you don't even need Wyrdeer V, you just keep them out of play. But it does the Psy Shield Bash does for 3 colorless energy, does 40 per energy attached to this Pokemon, and so we get a whole bunch of energy on the Pokemon to one-shot whatever we need to. And we can get the energy on easily because Frontier Road, once during your turn when this Pokemon moves from the bench to the active spot, and we have a bunch of ways to switch Pokemon in this deck, you can move any amount of energy onto it. Obviously, the reason I say it's a closer, you put on all your energy onto the Wyrdeer V to knock out a big Pokemon. If your Wyrdeer V is knocked out the following turn, you've just lost all your energy from play, and you're in a bad spot. So he's really a closer in the deck. The Iron Leaves is probably the big puncher, and then the Teal Mask Ogerpon is good, and the Miraidon does some small shots. It's also a single-price Pokemon that can help the math, and it just kind of sets up your bench as well as possibly taking a prize. 12 copies of basic grass energy. This is enough for it. I think it does the job. We get energies in hand pretty consistently, I've found, and we get things going. All right, so the future cards we play, I'll hit that first. I play all 4 copies of Future Booster Energy Capsule. Just really good, gives us free retreat, which is nice on a future Pokemon, and does 20 more damage. Both those things are good. And I'm playing 4 Arven in the deck, so I like having tools to put on. Also play 4 copies of Techno Radar. I love this card that I'm playing more future decks, right? You discard 1 card from hand, search your deck for any 2 future Pokemon, which is really important for a card like Iron Leaves that has an on-play ability. You can't get into play with Nest Ball because then you can't move energy to it. You can't swing in the active and get energy. So we get it with Techno Radar, and that's super, super great. Or we get the Iron Crown, or we get the Miraidon. All those things are very good. I guess Miraidon's not Iron Miraidon, is it? Just realized that. Okay. And then what else do we have for future cards? That's it in this deck. Okay. So 1 switch card, because we do need to do some switching besides our retreating. We play 1 Prime Catcher's the A-Spec playing, 4 copies of Arven, search for an item and a tool, 4 copies of Trekking Shoes. I think it helps with the deck. I got to the point I was carefully working through all the trainers, and then I kind of was like, okay, these last slots, I could put something else in, or Trekking Shoes, and I was like, I think Trekking Shoes will help me get the other cards I need rather than putting some other card that would hurt. I think this helps the consistency is what my point in the deck. But obviously you could swap 1 or multiple ones out for some other card you want. 2 copies of Super Rod. You got to get back those grass energies, really good there. 4 copies of Iono. That's just really good. 4 Arven, 4 Iono. I play 3 Boss, 1 Penny. That's good stuff. 4 copies of Nest Ball, because we need to get in particular Well, Wyrdeer can go work with it, but the biggest thing it's there for is to get Teal Mask Ogerpon EX into play, because that obviously we can't use Techno Radar to get that in play. And then also playing Bug Catching Set, which I'm not sure if I played before in a deck or not. It works pretty well in this deck, I will say. I wasn't sure if I wanted this or 4 copies of Earthen Vessel, or it could have been some split, I will say. In fact, maybe cut a Trekking Shoes and put an Earthen Vessel might actually make the deck better, just because you can get search for Earthen Vessel with Arven occasionally. But Bug Catcher's done a good job for me. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal up any combination of 2 of Grass Pokemon and basic Grass Energy, put it into your hand. So I like it in the deck. The one change as I ponder this is I probably would recommend putting in at least 1 Earthen Vessel or 2. I'd probably cut the Trekking Shoes, or you could cut Bug Catching Set, or 1 of each, depending what you want. Those are my thoughts there. So anyway, it's a good deck. The deck's been working pretty well. Let's go take a look at the deck in action on the ladder. All right, see what happens here. 1-1 since sitting down to record this video. They both were quick games. I gotta say, my opponent, my win, they just kind of stopped doing stuff. I don't know what happened, if they disconnected or what. And the loss, it was a Regidrago deck, and they attacked, copied Noivern EX, so they were immune to basics, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I was just going to lose the game. I mean, I could have potentially tried bossing, but I wasn't. That's not possible, really. It's not going to happen. So, yeah. So as long as my opponent plays the game properly, and I assume they were, it was a loss, period. So we will sit, we'll see what happens. Take just 1 mulligan. Okay. Iron Leaves, who I don't want to start, but could be worse. So, see what I do here. I think I'm gonna, I probably want Miraidon in the active. It gets some energies to accelerate to the Iron Leaves. I would accelerate directly to Iron Leaves. So I probably drop down Miraidon, switch, attach energy. I'll play Trekking Shoes before any of those things, and of course see what I draw for turn as well. And then I would play Iono after that, I assume, but we'll see what happens, and hopefully, these games are getting really slow starts though, and it's just, I don't know why, right? They get to pick a number. I only had 1 mulligan. They could be looking at what was there, but again, it shouldn't take all that long. So I assume it's Chen-Pao Baxcalibur, and I can win it. Taking, if I take out the Frigibax, obviously I want to take out the 2 prizers. Although, look, if they don't get a second Frigibax down, taking out the Frigibax is very good. But they're going to drop down 1 or 2 more. So there's really, I'd like to take out a Chen-Pao. That's what I'd like to do. Because that's 2 prize. I would like to go 2 prizer, 2 prizer, 2 prizer, right? That's what I'd like to see happen, because they can knock out my 2 prizes. If I take a 1 prizer and then we trade 2 prizers after the rest of the game, they win the game. But with the 1 prizer there, I will knock it out with my 1 prizer. So hopefully, if they can't gust up, if they have to take out that 1 prizer along the way, then it's okay for me. Do I want Arven? Yes, I want Arven, because I don't know what they have in hand. That wasn't bad at all. So let me see what I get. Give me nothing. Okay, so that stinks. So I'm going to Arven. I have the Switch, but I guess I save the Switch. I'll grab my tool, because I only have the 1 tool. I will grab Techno Radar. I have 2 energies, so that's good as well. So I will drop. Okay, so I'm gonna get the knockout, right? Well, actually, right. We'll see what I draw here. I'm gonna do the Ogerpon, because I would like that. I'll accelerate an energy. I might have to use the Switch this turn, which I was looking to avoid, but I need to get an additional 40 boost to my attacker, and so which means I need future booster energy capsule. I have the Miraidon. Drop down the Iron Crown, because that's all good. And I accelerate away. So I'll attach here. Yeah, I need to. I do want to take the knockout, so this is okay. I do 60. I attach my tool. I take the knockout, and I'll put the energies on the Iron Leaves because I can't accelerate to him now that he's in play. So this, I mean, I can with the attack. The ability is only where when it moves into the active spot only is if it's only on the turn you play it from hand, right? So see what happens. Ideally, my opponent takes out the Chen-Pao, and then ideally, I can of course take out the Chen-Pao. I still need, assuming they just knock out my Miraidon, I'm at 200 damage. And hopefully, this is actually a very good hand, so I hope it doesn't get disrupted. It's a small hand. And yeah, they're playing Irida because they need to get Excalibur evolved. And now Prime Catcher is good as well, I gotta say. Prime Catcher is very good, assuming they only get the one Excalibur in play. And depending on the energy situation, taking out the Excalibur does slow them down a lot. So we'll see what they do here. Are they going to grab a barrel? Okay, Manaphy's fine. I can't hurt the bench, so they have too many cards. They have 5 cards in hand, so unless they thin, they don't draw. So we'll see what happens. And okay, so they attached. I think they attached hurt from hand. It's fine. It doesn't matter really, but they should have. You know, the smart play I would think would have been to still use Excalibur just in case they wanted to attach somewhere else, right? Just keeps the flexibility alive, not holding off your attachment per turn. Again, it was the same thing. So they're gonna just hit into my active, knock it out. If I get if I get lucky and hit Prime Catcher, I would like to take the knockout though. I can say that too. All right, so I'm going to attach active because I want the knockout, right? That's a given. So Arven, what do I do here? I can take out the Excalibur this turn, can't I? I think I want to do that. So I can Prime Catcher. I got to switch. Well, I can send up the Iron Crown too. So I'm going to grab Prime Catcher and my tool, right? So I can... Actually, I can retreat. I want the Prime Catcher on the Iron Leaves, right? That's what I want to do too. So I will retreat to the bench. And then... So I'll attach here. So I do get the knockout, but I'd rather take out the Excalibur. I do think that's... No, I ruined the game. I messed up. I messed up. I missequenced there. It's okay. It's not ideal, but it works. I take the knockout. I didn't want to lose that energy. They can't knock out my Iron Leaves this turn, though, so that's the really good thing, right? And now I'm at 2 prizes, so if they attack Chen-Pao, so I can take out Chen-Pao, and win. I could have attached the tool, obviously, to the Iron Crown, and I guess I should have done that, and I would have had 1 more energy in play. I think that was the better move, but and I need to recover some of these energies. I have Rod on deck. So if they leave the Chen-Pao, so they want to get the, well, I mean, I don't know if they should have promoted the Chen-Pao, because they don't want me taking him out. Now, I need to double switch this turn. I don't know if that'll happen. I actually already used a switch, and I used my Prime Catcher, so I don't know that I can switch again. I don't know if I can make the attack. So I need to get a Iron Leaves into hand. And so I imagine they're going to attack the Chen-Pao. They would certainly need to get down into the Frigibax. Anyway, I really didn't play that last turn well. That was a sloppy turn. I should have this extra energy in hand. But look, ultimately, I got the win. My opponent conceded. They lost. They knew they weren't going to be able to do anything, And they took a big risk sending up the Chen-Pao. I guess they were hoping that got them energy so they could use Radiant Greninja. But if I was able to take out the Chen-Pao, they would have been just so far behind. It would have been just really, really tough for them to come back. All right, see how things go here. Didn't play cleanly. I made a mistake on one turn. That was for sure, but I did get the win. So that's really what I'm most happy about, right? Got the win. I missed, but it's also a case where I made a mistake, but I want to go second here. So, I was able to recover from the mistake on that turn too. I ended up with one less energy in play, but I didn't stop playing. I knocked out the Pokemon I had to. So Iron Leaves goes in the active because Wyrdeer. Yeah, I don't necessarily want Wyrdeer, so in play at this point. Regidrago. Okay, so this was a hard loss earlier. If they get down the Noivern EX, I just lose. I don't hit through effects with anything that I can use. So Regidrago, Teal Mask Ogerpon sets up potentially really well. So they're gonna, they'll probably have a really good next turn. And it could be game over next turn. If I could take out the Regidrago, which could happen, it's obviously far from guaranteed. Far, far, far from guaranteed, right? So I need to get one Teal Mask Ogerpon in play. That's number one. I need to 180. So I'm going to go for it. Well, let me do this first, see what I get. All right, 2 energies. Energies are good. Energies are good. So I'm going to ditch the Wyrdeer because... No, I'll ditch the Wyrdeer because I really would like to get 3 energies in play. Right? So I'm going to drop down 2 Iron Crown. I'm going to grab 2 Iron Crown. I don't know if I bench them both, but I need them both to get the knockout. Whoops, go back. Say done. I need to get another. This is a big risk, though. This is the play. I need to hit something good off this. I got Arven, so that's amazing. Okay, I got Arven, which gives me my tool. And what do I need in play? So I got it. So I need Nest Ball because I got an Ogerpon, and I grabbed my only tool. And life is. This is the result of living right? Good living leads to good results. That's what they say, right? And yeah, not really, but hey, it's coming together quite nicely, this game. Now, next turn gets tricky. Next turn does get tricky, 180, because next turn gets very tricky. So we'll see what happens. I will switch. I take them out though, so they're not happy with losing their guy, right? Like they can't be happy about this. So I could have not benched one of these guys as well, but how am I going to work this? So, and they concede. Okay, because hey, I was knocking out the Regidrago. I didn't. I probably should have kept an open bench slot there. That would have been the better play. I should have done that because then I could have streamed, because I was going to have a really tough time next turn. But look, one of the things is you don't have to play perfect. You have to play well enough. Now, I want to play the best I can, but if enough good things happen, you win games. And got another quick win, and very, very pleased about the way things are going with this deck up to this point. All right, see how things go here. The deck's been working quite nicely. The deck's been working better than I have. I've been making some misplays. Small, not the most egregious misplays, I guess, but misplays nonetheless. And, we'll see if this can continue with winning. So my opponent won the coin toss, so they get to do whatever they want. Obviously, I would still like to go second. Okay, I get to go second. And obviously it depends on what we each draw for our starting hands, right? Teal Mask. Okay, this is good. This is good. And get Mulligan is good. Garchomp. What's okay. 160. Okay. Just taking a look at what the Garchomp does. So I can't one-shot the Stage 2 EX, right? But can I take out the Radiant Greninja? Well, I certainly can with the Iron Leaves. I don't know if I want to do that though. Okay, the Okie Dokie, which gets 200 HP, or it gets 230, so I can one-shot him, but he's not easy. He's not easy. He needs Darkness Energy. Probably, I don't know. We'll see how this game plays out, right? Obviously, taking out a Radiant Greninja would be very nice. If they stay single prize, look, it's a little tricky. Because if they stay single prize, it's hard for me to work it all out. Once they evolve to the EX, well, then I have a lot of work to do. It probably look. It won't hurt them because I'm not going to punish them, I don't think. But they should. Oh, that's nice. Let me see what I hit with Trekking Shoes first. I'll go take this. I think in case I'm in for a slow game. I could gust up the Bidoof too. I mean, that actually, game kind of wants, but I may have to Rod here is what I'll say. I mean, I may have to Arven anyway. So, okay, so Arven, I will get I only have the one tool the way I built the deck, and I want this, and see what happens. So I will discard an energy. I'm gonna have to retreat away an energy too, but that's okay. I think I want to hang on to the bosses. So I want Miraidon, and I want Iron Crown. So this, so I'll retreat because I have to pay the retreat. I need to attack Miraidon. I'm just doing 60. I could do 80, but I think it's better to save the tool. And I accelerate 2 energies to the Iron Crown. See what happens. It's not great, but, it'd be nice if I could accelerate to the Ogerpon, because I might want to attack with him next turn. And I can finish off the Radiant Greninja next turn with the Future Booster Energy Capsule. I don't expect them to sit there. They have the barrel, so they see at least 2 cards there. They'll play any of the cards they have from hand first. And Irida. So they're setting up what they want. So this is gonna get tricky now. So it gets tricky. So the Garchomp, 320 HP. And so they want to do Hydro Lander, and it's pretty good actually. 160 and accelerate 3 energies is from the discard. So what's their discard pile like? So get a second energy in the discard. That's not good. So they get another Garchomp. I'll power it up, and once they have 2 basic energies, they can also use the other attack. Okay, so that's this is not great. It's not great. Is Wyrdeer gonna come and save the day at some point here? That could happen too. Bug Catching Set, I like that. So let me use this first. That's not great. I got to do the math on Wyrdeer, which I'm not excited about doing the math. I don't remember the multiplier on Wyrdeer if I get that right, but okay. I really don't think I want to hit attack with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's doing 150. It's pretty poor. I could probably 2-shot him though. Do I want to do that? No, I'm going to be greedy and make this play. If I don't hit energy, though, I'm going to be pretty crushed, or I need to hit something. All right, Arven's good. Arven's very good. Okay, so what's Wyrdeer's multiplier now, by the way? Wyrdeer is 40. So let me just look at 40. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2. So 5 times 4, that's nowhere near enough. Okay, so I want to get this, and I have only one tool on deck. So, okay, so what do I have here for Pokemon? Let me just plan this out. Okay, so I have 3 tools. I'll discard a tool. The bosses are still really good, right? At least I hope they're really good. And 180. I don't have the knockout, so let me get another Iron Leaf so I'm set for next turn, because I play down the Iron Leaves and he springs into action, right? That's the goal. So boom, you swing into action, I say. Grab energies. Oh, okay. So I want, because you're not good, and I want this Ogerpon could potentially attack next turn, so that's what I want. And I can attack again next turn, and I will get the knockout if I do that, so I'll just hold on to these tools, right? Okay, so I can knock him out next turn. It's not great, though. But this guy, does this guy knock me? No, he does not. He does 170. Now, he's on a single prizer. I lose my hand, so, you know, it is what it is, right? I mean, I'm not going to have access to boss next turn. Unless I can kind of mix the deck some, right? So they're going to retreat. Is his retreat free, by the way? It is. So that's very nice there. So he doesn't one-shot me, and I don't one-shot him. So this is really bad. The Okie Dokie, which I haven't tried yet. This is pretty scary. Because Touche, I didn't... All right, let's see here. Well, I have Arven. I want Arven then, right? That's what I want to do here. 1, 2, 3. Huh. I'll just kind of keep digging through the... All right, I'm going to keep digging some, too. No, I don't want Iono this turn. All right, I guess I do want Iono. Let me keep... Now, let me Bug Catcher. Boss would be nice as well, right? Wyrdeer 4. I mean, I might be at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 4. He does actually get the knockout as well, right, Wyrdeer? I'll have to figure out the number of energies to move. I'll Bug Catching Set again, too. Just trying to... stinky. There, okay. That is what it is. I will do this. I have Arven still, so I am making a lot of moves this turn. I'm not getting, thus far I haven't got where I want. Techno Radar is good. Let me do that. I want to look in the deck too. See if Arven gets me what I need, right? So Iron Lead, one more of those guys. Let's see. I have Prime Catcher, and that would be really good. So Prime Catcher and my tool. So I actually can reuse this Iron Leaves, which I like that a lot as well. I think maybe I don't. Maybe I save him actually. So I want a Prime Catcher and I want a tool. So I want to take him out, right? So I will Prime Catcher you up. I'll send you. If I were to attack with you, what happens? I actually get the knockout with him. I think I like that option, actually. I will just take the knockout with him, and then I can save my Iron Leaves for next turn. So, yeah, I think I like this situation here. So, take 2 prizes. Go ahead and prizes. This tanky guy is awkward. He is awkward. I can't get away from that. But... yeah, so Irida, so they're going to hit me again with Garchomp. They don't knock me out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 4. Wow, I mean, I could Wyrdeer. I can take him out with Wyrdeer, I think, right? Wow, they don't give many prizes, but the Wyrdeer is a beast and a half, right? I think I want a Wyrdeer here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 4. I need 10. No, wait, I need... What do I need here? I don't have it yet, though, do I? So that part's awkward, too. So... we'll see what happens here. So future booster energy capsule. I mean, I'll just retreat if need be. You're going to do 180, 200, 220. I'll do this. I'm not... I think I want to sit on this stuff here. Let's see what I hit here. I don't love this play, but... So I could Bug Catcher. I'm going to Bug Catcher first. I really want to hit Wyrdeer. And maybe that was a mistake. Wyrdeer was right there near the top. Okay. That's unfortunate. I would have hit the Wyrdeer. So I hurt my odds. I'll say no to you. Get one more card. Boss. Okay, so I can attack with whomever I want. I think this guy does more damage though, right? 180. So I'm going to retreat, keep the Ogerpons in play, and just give them a nice 220, give them a nice bump, and they're going to take 2 prizes next turn. They're going to come at me with Monkey Dory. I mean, that's pretty certain there, I would say. But we'll see what happens. Right now, I might be looking at a turn of nothing, though. I need to top deck something, right? Because, yeah, I mean, I don't have energy in hand to accelerate. I don't have 3 energies on anybody except for that Iron Leaves. He's going to get knocked out. I don't know, taking my opponent so long. Things have been weird today, where things just don't seem to happen. Like, I think I'm going to lose the game right now. I probably didn't play that correct. I didn't, obviously, the time I mixed my deck, shuffled the deck wasn't good. I'm just doing some analysis too. I don't know, maybe my opponent's not playing, in which case I'm liking my spot a lot more. I will say that. I have an Iron Leaves. That's really good as well. So now I have a hand that does what I need, right? So I can swing in with this guy. I can move some energies. I like that. And then I can put the tool on, so now I move these 2. That's a given. I'll move this one here, so I have one other guy on the bench all powered up, and I have, I mean, you know, they stopped playing. I think it was their advantage, right? And for whatever reason, my opponent stopped playing. So I don't know if there's some weird connection issues or what. I take just 1 prize for that, but I get that big guy out of play, so that's a good thing. Hopefully my opponent starts playing again. I suspect they didn't, that they're not going to. So, I mean, the previous turn, the turn before this, they did everything they wanted to, right? The turn before. So I'm going to kind of pause things here. All right, got the win. My opponent obviously wasn't doing anything, and the game timed them out. So, it's unfortunate that it takes as long as it does, and it's just unfortunate that this happens so often. I do talk to 10 types about stuff who I do the podcast with, and he just doesn't report the same number of these issues of opponents stopping playing and such. So, I don't know what it is. Is it personal? I don't know. Anyway, so thoughts as I sum up about the deck. The deck's working better than I thought, honestly. I don't love a deck like this where I have a Pokemon, in this case Iron Crown, that can't attack. And getting the numbers right is really weird for damage, because you need a Teal Mask Ogerpon or 2. You need you know, an open bench slot for Iron Leaves. You also want some Iron Crowns to get to the damage numbers you need. You have your tool. I like the Arvens in the deck. I like the 4 Future Booster Energy Capsules because that extra 20 means there's one less Iron Crown I have to play, which means I can get Miraidon or something else in play. How valuable is the Wyrdeer? I'm not fully. It gives more damage than the Teal-esque Ogerpon, and you can accelerate to it, so it's good. It's really you want it to close the game though, and I honestly haven't used it very much, right? Because he then hits for big damage, but he's got like all your energies on it, so you better win the game because otherwise if he's knocked out, you're just done for the game. But anyway, the deck works pretty well. I'm happy with this build. All in all, this is the first time deck I think I've played with Bug Catching Set. That might not be true. I might have tried it in some other more rogue deck, more of a meme deck type thing. But I don't remember. This is the first, I think, serious deck that I played it. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I lose track sometimes. And it works okay in this deck, but I also have the pieces I need. Now, what I don't have is Earthen Vessel. So you could cut some of these for Earthen Vessel, but I'm hitting energies often enough. I will say, honestly, it was surprisingly good about hitting the energies with it. So, because I'm using Techno Radar a lot, I guess it's okay. I do have Arven. Probably should drop an Earthen Vessel, and I'd cut maybe a Bug Catcher. Even just one Earthen Vessel, I think, would probably make the deck better. But a very good deck. Give it a try and have some fun and play some Pokemon. Take care.